What up guys, this is Kong and today I'm back again for another movie review. Today I'm going to be talking about the Hurricane Heist. So I thought this movie was going to be, epic. It was going to be about the storm and all that sort of stuff and a heist in a sense. So let me talk about the gist of the story. The gist of the story about these bad guys who are going to rob the US Treasury center or outpost or building, and they're gonna rob $600 million of money. And our main character is supposed to prevent our villain from stealing the money to stop them. That is the gist of the story, the movie. So let's talk about the pros, the cons, and my rating and my score, and then my suggestion and my thought. Let's talk about it. So the pros. The visual and sound effect of the hurricane are, we gotta say, it's quite real, quite convincing. And I was like, okay, I've never been in a hurricane, so I don't know. So I feel like they did a good job on that part. Will, our main character, he has science intelligence. So it was like, okay, he nailed that part. They develop his characters somewhat. Will Casey was a huge obstacle for a main villain. And I kind of like that because in most movies, it is the opposite. It's actually the villain being the obstacle for our main characters. So I was like, okay, it's nice that these two people are creating obstacles for our main villain to capture. So I'm like, that's cool, that's nice. Breeze and Will's fight as a kid, and they witnessed their dad's death. I thought that was really superb. It's like those kids really did their job. Of the infight, the dislike, fighting against each other. I thought that was well portrayed, and I like the plot and the twist in this movie. I thought it was cool. I didn't expect it. I was expecting a more straightforward heist. But this was a straightforward heist, but a twist and turn altogether. I was like, okay, I like this, even though it's kind of crappy, but I like that they attempted to do so in a movie. So let's talk about the con now, alright? Why did she leave, our main character, why did she leave her iPad in the box of shredded money? I just didn't understand why would she leave that behind and not take that with her. That is beyond me. I don't get her thought. I just don't, She doesn't say it, why she does it in the movie. I just don't get it. Why didn't the bad guy check what is required for the vote to be open? I just didn't get why they couldn't figure out that it required an iPad size fit in there. Yes, I understand they had a laptop to decode the passwords and stuff. But at the beginning, why didn't they look for an iPad? Also, then they move on to, okay, let's use the computer to crack the code. They didn't bother doing that. They didn't even bother asking the guy who run the treasury, the operation. The villains are dumb. They don't really think about what is required, what we need to do, what is the first step, second step, what is a backup plan. These are villains. They're supposed to have backup plans. So the villain isn't really developed. They're not a thinking villain. They're just a drone to me. Drone villain. The acting of the whole cast is horrible. They just don't feel believable. They just don't feel authentic. They don't feel real. They don't feel like they're a normal human. They just don't. They feel fake to me, in my eyes. The villain have no character, like I said. They are overly act out, overly cheap, I don't like saying that word, but be honest, the actor and actors are really doing their best, but it just doesn't come out as believable. Will's southern accent didn't really buy it for me. I just feel like it was just he was trying a little hard, and I don't know if that's his natural accent or his southern accent. I didn't know. I was just like, you know what? I'll just go with this, and because he's talking in that way, fine, okay. How could the radio communication work in the midst of the hurricane? The biggest hurricane in history. Cell phone not working, towers are not working, but the radio works. I was like, isn't there supposed to be interference and all this shit going on, but yet they still can't communicate? I was like, and I thought about it, I'm like, what? So in that case, if they were able to use walkie-talkies, she should be able to use her cell phone. But no. So that was kind of like, to me, I feel like it didn't really make sense to me. So like, okay. Wouldn't Washington know something happened at the Treasury? Because they wanted to shut down, and one, they should have checked up on the Treasury and say, hey, are you guys okay? Everything all right? None of that happened. Okay. How could a semi-truck outrun the biggest hurricane in history? I just didn't get that. I mean, we're talking about full-size semi-truck with $200 million in each semi-truck, So I didn't really get that part. I'm like, cars can barely outrun the hurricane, but how could a semi-truck outrun? It's beyond me, And this storm, the way they portray, it's coming fast and hard and furiously. But yet, the semi-truck managed to outrun the hurricane. So I was like, okay, even our main characters say this is the biggest, baddest, biggest hurricane of history, and they survive. It's just like, okay, whatever. At that point, I was just like, I give up, So the rating or the score I would give this movie is a 4 out of 10. It's not a great movie. It lacked great acting. The story isn't that great. The characters, our main villain and our main characters, there isn't much character development for them, or character growth and development for our main character and main villain. And there's some question about the plot and the direction of the movies. That's why I give it a 4 out of 10. It's not a great movie. I say don't go watch this movie at all. Don't bother. Maybe watch it on Netflix, maybe at least once. But this is one of the movies when you watch it when you're utterly bored. It's still a fun or interesting movie, but I think Den of Thieves is a better movie compared to this movie. Den of Thieves had better acting performance and is more interesting than this movie. So that is my thought on the movie, The Hurricane Heist. What do you guys think? What do you like, don't like? Let me know in the comment section below. I would love to read them and get an insight from you guys. And please like, thumbs up, share, subscribe, browse my YouTube channel, and also press that bell button, guys, so that way you get to know what's going on and when I upload it for you guys. And also, most importantly, I want to thank you so much for your time and effort to watching my movie review of Hurricane Heist. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.